What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 30. Actually, it's not episode number 30. I'm not sure what episode it is. But I want to ask you guys about how to keep employees loyal on, um, on eBay. Because basically, there's been a lot of chatter about using third-party listers. Like you can use InkFrog or 6-Bit or Crazy Lister or other third-party tools to list and give people employee access, but it's a little bit wonky. Obviously, doing them directly in YouTube is much easier. I'm sorry, directly in eBay is much easier, and I think that eBay maybe favors listings that are built on the native app. That's just from what I've heard, and so I'm really wondering about some different incentives to keep employees loyal. And a couple of the ideas that I have are um, like maybe a commission structure. So maybe pay per listing $1 plus a piece of the back end. And that'll, of course, it'll keep them on track for wanting to do a good job because they get paid on the back end. It'll also give them incentive not to quit, because if they quit, then in their contract it'll say they don't get that commission. I've also considered having people who work for me list their own items. There's a girl, the four that I have listing for me that does the best job, has an eBay store herself. And I was like, why don't you just put your listings in my store and I won't charge you a commission? And she's like, definitely, I'd rather do it in your store. So I don't know if that's a total mistake, but I told her that we have a pretty easy way of tracking. If she ever does stop working for me, I'll just end those listings. So that's just a thought. Maybe I'll have them do it that way. So I apologize, the video is going to be portrait style because I'm doing YouTube live from my cell phone. I'm testing this out. But I'm just going over some different ideas and how to get employees to stay loyal. I'm trying right now, just paying $2 per item, which is a pretty good ratio. If you can list 6 to 10 an hour, that's between $12 and $20 an hour. So far, that hasn't been an issue for me, but there's really no incentive to work faster. I'm not wasting money necessarily, other than the fact that their listing quality might be lower if they're aiming for per listing. But again, I approve the drafts, so if there's an issue with it, I just let them know, like, hey, these pictures are really out of focus. Can you do a better job? Or, can you write better descriptions? Or you forgot to add the categories. So this is sort of a concern because a lot of us are trying to build an eBay business, which means you can't just do it by yourself rather than being a solopreneur, which I think there's nothing wrong with that, but I'd like to build a sellable eBay business. So I need to take care of all the different processes. I need a lister, I need people who buy, I need people who ship. So all those different scenarios, are things that I need to think about. And also, if I have contractors, it's cheaper, but again, an employee is going to be more stable than a contractor, you would think. But maybe that's not true because, everybody's moving towards the contractor model. Pay for what you do, pay for your performance, not just because you show up to work. But again, for me to reach my goal of 100K revenue a month, and I'm thinking I can do it with less than 10 employees or 10 contractors. That's not that many people to have a business that has that kind of revenue. So just thinking about different ideas to keep people on board, maybe some ownership in the profit. And I think that's where I'm going to lean towards. I got really lucky. I only went through maybe 20 or 30 people to get 4 that are pretty decent. So I think it just takes some patience and to build them. And I've built a couple of them up now to where their listings are better than mine. So I think it just takes a little bit of patience, continue growing. If you guys have any ideas for how to get employees to stay loyal, please put it in the comments section because I'd really like to know how to keep people on board. Again, if you're trying to build a 7-figure eBay business, you can do it with under 10 people, which is not very many to have that kind of revenue in a company. And also not a lot of capital outlay like some other businesses. For me to hit 10,000 items, if I pay, let's say $3 an item, that's only 30 grand to potentially run a 7-figure business. Actually, that's not really realistic. I think you'd have to pay more like $10 an item to get a $30 sell-through rate or a $30 average sale price to hit that 100K mark. So you probably need 100,000. But again, $100,000 in inventory you can build up to over time, and that's not, honestly, not very much money to get a 7-figure revenue company. So this is interesting. I also think that PayPal working capital is very interesting. If you use it to buy more inventory and pay employees, not for vacation, I think you could grow really quickly also, because if you leverage money to buy inventory or employees, you can grow your business pretty quickly. And obviously PayPal understands your business model because they see the money coming in, and they do a calculation for what's based on how other people have used the capital. So it's an idea. Again, I don't know how many of you guys are building a reselling business that one day you could sell, or you're just doing it as a lifestyle. So anyway, let me know your thoughts below. Just want to do a quick video and test out YouTube Live. Have a good one, guys.